Hey, what's going on, guys? It's GeneralTarheel bringing you the SDL Season 4 Week 1 battle versus Coach Cell and the Whinchester Whimsicotts. Now, before I go over what I had on my team, I'm going to go over Cell's roster real quick. He had Jirachi, Togekiss, Araquanid, Donphan, Beware, Raichu, Mega Absol, Kyurem Black, Nihilego, Trevenant, Typhlosion. And then when you look at his team, he decided to bring the Jirachi, Togekiss, Donphan, Trevenant, Beware, and Kyurem Black. I was expecting the Jirachi, Togekiss, Donphan, and Kyurem Black. The Trevenant and Beware were kind of a surprise. I was kind of expecting either the Mega Absol or what other fill-in could I expect? I think I was expecting sorry, probably a Araquanid or the Nihilego. Either one of those were the other fill-ins I was expecting, but Trevenant kind of makes sense. It was somewhat of a Tapu Koko switch in. But quickly for my team, you see Dougie over on the left. For Dougie, I had a typical Focus Sachet with Earthquake, Stone Edge, Stealth Rock, Sucker Punch. For most of my team, I had just enough speed to outspeed Mega Absol and then attack, and the rest in like say HP. Tangrowth here, I had a defensive Rocky Helmet set, 220 HP, 244 defense, and then 44 attack with Leech Seed, Giga Drain, Knockoff, and Earthquake. And then I had Milotic, very basic set, Scald, Toxic, Recover Ice Beam with Leftovers. Mostly a defensive set with 232 HP, 224 defense, Bold Nature, and a little bit special attack and a little bit of speed, just so I didn't get sped crapped by certain things on his team. And then I had Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko consisted of a Life Orb Koko with Volt Switch, Grass Knot, Dazzling Gleam, and Thunderbolt. Once again, just enough speed for Mega Absol and 148 Timid. I was 1 point away from outspeeding and running Modest, which I wish I could have done, but this works too. 252 special attack, and then I put the rest in HP. And then I had the Mega Beedrill. Very low speed, just because I had to, once again, only had to outspeed Mega Absol. Because anything he would have scarfed on his team, I would have outsped me anyways, so like, what's the point in doing that? So I had an Adamant Mega Beedrill, 252 Adamant, 100 defense, and then 156 speed with U-Turn, Poison Jab, Joe Run, Knockoff, very basic Beedrill. And then lastly, I have a Klefki, which is mainly special defense with some defense, 216 HP, 88 defense, and 204 special defense with a Careful Nature, I believe, with Leftovers. And I have Thunder Wave, Magnet Rise, Foul Play, and Play Rough. And quickly for the start of this match, I felt like I wanted to lead Tangrowth. I took on the majority of his team. In case Jirachi came out and it was like Stealth Rock Setter, I could get free Leech Seed off on just about anything. The only thing that would have hurt me if he decided to go offensive with Togekiss or Kyurem Black to start off the game. But he decided to lead his Trevenant, which is honestly scary because that Will-O-Wisp changed almost the entire game. Missing that affected him. And I knew he was going to go for Substitute, so I had to keep going for Knockoff here. And once I knew he was going to go for it, I switched into Milotic, predicting the Will-O-Wisp, considering I felt like he wanted to keep that sub up, so this helped me. Of course, I forced him out right here by threatening him out with an Ice Beam. Kyurem Black was very scary this game. I decided to make the hard switch into Klefki here, predicting him to go. So basically, it was a prediction on a prediction. The obvious play with him to go for Bolt Strike, but he predicted the Doug Trio coming in, since it'd be immune to the electric type attack. But so that was a nice play right there for me going in the Klefki. Klefki basically walled Kyurem. I should have put more defense investment though. Magnet Rise, so his Earth Power couldn't hit Klefki from the Kyurem Black, and find out he is a Calm Mind Jirachi, which is interesting. Was expecting a physical. You don't really see Calm Mind too often. But he gets an unfortunate para there that didn't happen too much. I wanted to stick in and Foul Play here just to get off as much damage as possible. Also see if he was like a Wish set. Then I switched into Dougie, and he gets parried again. Apparently that was somewhat of an important turn because he went for an attacking move there. Do find out he Shed Shell Jirachi, and that's why he was capable of switching there. Make a switch out into Dougie there. And go into Tangrowth, which walls Donphan. And right here, I believe I expected the Togekiss to come in, so I made a double into Tapu Koko. But at this point, Tapu Koko takes out the Trevenant with Dazzling Gleam, which is very nice. And we're looking in a good position. Once we get rid of Donphan, Koko basically wins the game. And we have the perfect grass knot damage in order to take on Donphan. He was basically, Cell told me at this point he was either hoping I was Brave Bird in order to take on Trevenant and some other stuff on his team, or if I was going to be that or Grass Knot for Donphan. Of course I ran Grass Knot, so that kind of decided that game at that point. But this was an interesting part. He is a Trick Togekiss, so he sacks Togekiss here to get off this trick, so I don't just sweep him at this point with Tapu Koko, which is actually his best play, because other than that, Tapu Koko took out the rest of the team. And brings out Beware. Easy switch in is my Rocky Helmet Tangrowth. This 1v1s this thing easy. Goes for an Earthquake, does nothing. He actually goes for a Bulk Up here, and I get a free Leech Seed off on him. So not only is he taking Leech Seed, but these next turns where he clicks Return, he takes Rocky Helmet damage, and I get some health back after a nice Giga Drain, and he's basically done at this point. I know he's not going to switch into anything, he's just going to let this thing go down, so I just get off another Giga Drain, even though it's not going to do too much for me at this point, because his health was so low. But now we're basically just down to Kyurem and Jirachi, and here comes the play once again, where I expected him to go for Fusion this time on the incoming Klefki, and I just stayed in and I got a knockoff on the Life Orb. And now he's going to go for Ice Beam because it won't get a kill, so I can go into Klefki. And Klefki can just take this on the following turn. I believe I just went with a foul play right here since I knew I could live a Fusion Volt. Yeah, I did. He just goes right into Jirachi. He wants to go for setup again. I could have made a hard aggressive play into Dugtrio or something right here, but I just want to get off foul plays. He does show to be the Wish set, so that was kind of a little bit of a pain because it just kind of prolonged it. I don't know if he could have won at this point if he didn't get a lot of paras. I believe Beedrill still would have done a lot of damage with the Drill Run and such. I went Koko here. Honestly, this was kind of a misplay because, I mean, he's boosting his special defense and bringing an offensive Koko, so that was kind of weird. It was actually really dumb. I don't know why I did it, but it didn't really affect too much. I went Milotic here. He does prove to have the Psychic, and at this point I don't really want Milotic to go down. I know he'll just go for a Psychic again, but I want to recover just in case he gets like parried. And at this point I decided to, I believe at this point I decided to sack Tangrowth. Yeah, I decided to go into Tangrowth and just let that go down. And he actually gets the para, so I get a free knockoff right here, which is a crit, which is more unfortunate damage, but either way he was put in range of the Dugtrio's Earthquake at this point, and that's where Dugtrio can just clean up from there. So that crit was just like insult to injury, salt in the wound, you know, but it didn't really matter too much. So Dugtrio just picks up these last two kills with Earthquake, and that will be the game. So we picked up a nice 5-0 for our first week of the SDL. We did get some hacks that definitely affected Cell, which was very sad. That first play was definitely important because his Trevenant was apparently his check to Tapu Koko, which was good because honestly it would have been a pain because that Trevenant had Earthquake. So if that Trevenant had max HP coming in on Tapu Koko, then I would need it at like that 50 percentile range for the Dazzling Gleam to kill, because I believe 50 is like min for Dazzling Gleam on the Trevenant. But that was a good game by Cell. Unfortunate hacks for him. He still brought a good team in my opinion. That Trick Togekiss was a smart play on Tapu Koko, and we definitely got a nice win for our first week. So make sure to check out the APA that I also had for this week, and I'll look forward to next week for the SDL and APA. That'll be it from me, guys. Make sure to sub, like, share, deuces.